Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and to another episode of Quarantine Kitchen. Today we're going to take on making Chinese food takeout, which included some fried chicken wings as well as some vegetable lau mein. I did do some egg rolls on the side, but for now we're going to focus on the first two. If you want to see this, just keep watching, but make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what you want to see in the next episode as well. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, so first things first, we're just going to get our chicken wings ready and patted dry. And there, the egg is just pretty much to make everything stick. I'm going to get a half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to get a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm gonna say about a half teaspoon of white pepper as well. Garlic powder. Most of the seasonings I'm gonna go ahead and do just a half of teaspoon. Little bit of paprika again, just to give it some color. Remember, paprika doesn't taste like anything. And then I'm just gonna put a dash of seasoning salt. So this I won't put back in here, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Now sesame seed oil, you want to be, sesame oil, you want to be very, very light with this because it has a strong taste and a really strong smell. So you don't want to overpower your food with this. Like a little bit of this goes a really, really long way. Go ahead and put just 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. And that's it. We're not going to look at this ever again in this recipe. Just leave it alone. Then we're going to use our soy sauce. I just decided to use black soy sauce. Well, yeah, dark black soy sauce. And then I'm going to use some Chinese cooking wine. I'm going to go ahead and get down and dirty. Just put your hands in it because it's just easier that way. Alright guys, so while mixing, I ended up just adding a few more seasonings, my garlic powder, my black pepper, my white pepper, as well as some paprika. I did sneak a little bit of chicken seasoning in there, but that's totally up to you. You can decide how seasoned or unseasoned you'd like it. Alright guys, so we're going to use a tablespoon of cornstarch and then as well as 2 tablespoons of just all-purpose flour. Now as you stir and mix, you can decide to add a little bit more cornstarch or a little bit more flour. You're going to notice when your chicken wings are lightly coated. It's not like the typical fried chicken that you're used to making. It's more of a light coating. So as you mix it, you can decide how much more to add. Flour is really sucking up a lot of the juice and kind of putting it on the chickens. So that's really good. So I'm kind of going to place the chickens in a way that at least a part of them is getting the juice. So after our chicken wings are nice and coated, we're going to put it in the fridge overnight, covering it with saran wrap, and then we're going to fry in the morning. Alright guys, I've got my chicken out the fridge. I let it also kind of just sit maybe for about 10 minutes just to kind of get cooled down a bit. You don't want it to be too cold. So I did use our own deep fryer, but you can use a frying pan. I started off putting 5 at a time, but I definitely suggest if you are using a deep fryer to do maybe 3 or 4 at a time, just so they're all coated and fried perfectly without sticking together. The trick is you're actually going to fry these twice. So because of that, the first time you fry them, you're not going to fry them for more than 7 minutes. All right, so let's take out our chicken wings. So go ahead and get yourself a wire rack to place the chicken wings on after you take them out the deep fryer. You can also use a plate with a paper towel napkin on it as well. But right here, I'm just taking them out, putting them on my wire rack. And then I'm going to repeat. These chicken wings were after 7 minutes. As I went forward, I did do less, and I did do a little bit less time as well. So just watch your chicken wings. You can do as you see fit, but I definitely do not suggest more than 6 minutes with 4 chicken wings in a deep fryer this size. So I'm just making sure the wings are nice and coated as I follow the previous steps of frying for 5 to 6 minutes and removing them. All right, this is the last batch of chicken wings. These got really stuck together, but it's fine. Don't worry too much if they look a little light, but definitely do them in smaller batches because the chickens are getting stuck together. Alright guys, so as our wings are just pretty much cooling off and ready, we're gonna go ahead and start on our side, which is lau mein. For the lau mein, I pretty much cut up cabbages, bok choy, snow peas, red peppers, carrots, yellow peppers, and orange peppers. I tried to cut them kind of slender, but we're just gonna throw this in our wok and begin. Before we turn our wok on, we're actually gonna start our sauces. Go ahead and grab yourself some sugar, sesame oil, soy sauce, and dark soy sauce, and a cup of warm water just to dissolve your sugar. Putting 1 teaspoon of sugar in, and then we're gonna dissolve it with another teaspoon of kind of hot water. Then we're gonna take a teaspoon of sesame oil. Please just use a teaspoon. You do not need more.
Yeah, yes.
Then we're gonna use a tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon. Sesame oil is very strong and I can already smell it bothering me. Take this one and tip it over. Good job. Megan did not go.
What making me, Mommy?
Making chicken lau mein. Lau mein, you gonna eat some?
Making chicken.
Come on, next one.
I don't want to taste some. This tastes awesome. Tell me, let me mix it. I'll mix it, Mommy.
Go. Keep going.
Okay, I'm going fast.
Good job. Thank you. All right, guys. So we're going to heat up our oil. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cheat because I'm using minced garlic. But we're going to put a half of a tablespoon of garlic in there. I'm going to try and not get all the water. I'm just gonna use, and then I'm gonna use half of the tablespoon again. Just throw it in there. Add some of the scallions. Just in the oil.
What's that smell?
So we're gonna go ahead and just stir up our scallions and garlic in the stir fry oil just to make sure that our pan is nice and seasoned. You don't have to typically use stir fry oil. You can use olive oil or whatever cooking oil you have at home. I went ahead and added the red peppers, carrots, and cabbage at first. These take a little bit longer than your leafy greens to cook, so that's why you add them first. For another minute, just let it get coated in the oil. So it's 7:25 now. I'm gonna let it cook till 7:26. So before I started doing the veggies, I did make sure that my noodles were boiled. I did buy a package of lo mein noodles. I will try and find one similar and link it below. But while my veggies were being stir fried, they are sitting there after being drained and just waiting to be added. I definitely suggest cooking them first. They're very quick to cook, 3 to 4 minutes at most. So I'm going to add our leafy greens in, which is the bok choy and choy. You add these last because they do take a really short time to cook, so no need to leave them in there long. I'm going to also add the rest of my scallions and all the rest of the vegetables that did not make it off of my chopping board. You can even add broccoli. You can add any vegetable you really want to add, you can add to this. It's such an easy meal to edit. pretty that looks, guys. Looks super healthy. Noodles cooked for 3 minutes. You can get whatever packaged ramen noodles you find at your store, but just make sure they're not stuck together. And then we're just gonna throw them in. That's one full pack. So after I added my noodles, I did realize that I could use a lot more veggies. So I went ahead and added some more leafy greens, as well as some scallions. I did peel some carrots in there and a little bit of cabbage. What I will say is that you can add onions. I just prefer not to. I do not like the taste of too much onions. So the scallions pretty much does a really good job at giving you that onion flavor without the long stringy pieces. Looking back, I kind of regret not adding broccoli. I love broccoli in my lau mein, so next time I definitely will do that. Also, my noodles did not burn. I did low down the fire a bit as I cooked the veggies on the side. So don't be afraid, like, oh my goodness, my noodles are gonna burn. You can cook the veggies, it's quite all right. Pro tip as well, go ahead and use your carrot peeler and slice the carrots in this way. So much easier than risking chopping your fingers off to get the perfect cut. So look how beautiful our lau mein ended up looking with those extra veggies. Now you're gonna go ahead and grab your sauce mixture that you made earlier. I know you saw Kai Kai's little hands mixing it up. So this measurement, of course, was for less noodles. As you see fit, you can make your noodles more saucy. Some people do like their noodles dry. I am not one of them. I also suggest when you add more sauce to go ahead and add a little bit more sugar to your noodles. Just about a teaspoon. Don't to do too much. You don't want them to be too sweet. I don't like my noodles too savory, but I don't like them too sweet. I like them kind of right in advance. So I did go ahead and use black soy sauce in my noodles again, as well as a little bit of light soy sauce. So I kind of went back and forth with that and added them until I felt like they were just the right consistency of saucy for my liking. So you're just gonna go ahead and mix. Again, add the sauces as you see fit. I definitely suggest mixing with a long pair of tongs. I use this fork and it helped as well, but kind of flip and add, as well as maybe add less noodles in the beginning. I kind of just threw my whole strainer in. Don't do that. Don't listen to me. Another thing you can add is like regular green peas. I just thought about that, but next time I will definitely be adding more veggies because this is a great way to kind of sneak your daily veggie count in. I'm sure all of us are not eating the best being that we're home. So we're going to go ahead and give our veggie lau mein one last good stir around. Make sure everyone gets an equal serving of veggies. That looks so beautiful. This was so much fun to make. My pan was so worth buying. I loved every bit of making this meal. I can't wait to make it again now that I'm pretty confident in doing it. So now we're gonna go back to our chicken wings. You're gonna set your fryer, if you're using a deep fryer, back to 325. You're gonna wait till it's nice and heated. Now these chicken wings you have to watch. You do not want them to get too crispy. So you're only going to put it in for 2 to 3 minutes. I put more than 3 at a time just because they're kind of just getting refried and heated up, just like you would see at the Chinese food restaurant. A lot of us in Brooklyn will say like, oh, I want my chicken wings fried hard. So this is the fried hard technique. Now, a fun tip to do as well is if you want to make them kind of like Snyder wings, if you know, you know, you can add some sriracha sauce, some barbecue sauce, some honey, and a little bit of ketchup and toss them in a bowl and have your wings nice and coated as we did. Just make sure you let your wings dry on the rack so that the oil does drip down, so you're not just eating a bunch of oily wings. All right. All right, guys, this is our finished product. Look how beautiful it is. You see on the plate, you see our wings tossed in sauce as well as some homemade egg rolls. If you want to see how we did that, please stay tuned. That video will be up soon. Hope you guys enjoyed cooking with me. I loved making this meal from start to finish. It tasted even better than it looks, okay? This was so much fun. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what you want me to make next. Give me some ideas. This is definitely the best part of quarantine. Bye, guys.